Fuck yeah, Nickelback. Oh, Green Day. How's it going, guys? Andrew here.
And Matthew.
Welcome to another reaction review, not for a movie.
Ooh, for a TV show.
For a TV show on HBO, which is called
The Outsiders.
That is it. Top book over there on Matt's right, left?
My
left for the viewers.
My right.
You're right, left for the viewers. Anyways,
just want to say, be on the lookout for a lot of these things coming out. We're probably going to be moving away from movies.
Yeah, don't know what's going on. Coronavirus and all that whatnot stuff. But
no.
Anyways, this show premiered in January? End of January?
There was what, 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just ended last Sunday, probably 2 Sundays when this drops. But and we pretty much kept up with it the whole way through.
There was a few times where we kind of just, missed a week or two, and then we would just,
catch back up,
binge back. Yeah.
But we started out really the show overall, because we're pretty much going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
I would say the show had a very strong beginning, like first 2 episodes, and then I wouldn't say it fizzled out, but it calmed down, and then it would pick up, it would calm down, and then it picked up at the end.
The ending was definitely, like, the last 2 episodes were just like, holy shit, this thing's going down.
I would say like the last 3 episodes. Because the third to last episode is when, spoilers, here we go.
That's when the kid starts getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would say like the last 3 episodes, the first 2 episodes are like fucking fire. So like 50% of the show is like really good anticipation. And then moments sprinkled throughout like the middle 5.
When they're doing like their investigations on like what the fuck this El Cuco thing is and how they come to the conclusion of that's what it is.
I would say though, like even like the boring moments in the show I was still invested because the cast was just so good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too. It's like this show wasn't boring when it had like its, falters. It was still really good. And it was just building the story, which they did really well because even, during those story building moments and these character developments between Holly and Andy, like these 2 characters, like
rest in fucking peace, my boy Andy. At
really
least
sad.
He got some.
Yeah, he did. But it was really cute seeing them grow together because at one point during an episode they're back in the town where all this happened and they're kind of discussing everything, and then Andy knocks on the door. Holly goes to answer and she's like, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." And he's just like, and then she smails and you're like, "Oh, this is cute. I like this."
Cute little banter. But I guess we'll talk about the beginning because Matt, how much of the book have you read? What would you say?
Oh, it's right here. I've got like less than 2, maybe like 150 pages left.
Okay.
So I'm pretty close to the end. I just haven't.
Episode-wise, do you know where you would be? Has El Cuco tried to go for another kid? They
went. The part of the book that I'm at right now is when they go, or they're getting ready to go down to Texas, which is where in the book Claude is, and he's visiting his mom, not his brother.
Okay.
So that was a little different. There's been a few things in the book that
you can't always mesh it all
No,
together.
but I mean, for the most part, like, I'm just like, okay, that was pretty good.
So where is Georgia then? What state is Georgia? If Texas is Tennessee, what state is Georgia? Like, where does like Ralph and Terry and all of them live?
Fuck, I don't remember. I want to say Maine, but that might
God,
just
that's
be
far.
I don't know. I mean, that could just. No, I think it.
Does Holly live in Chicago?
I don't remember where Holly said she lives. Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyways, I guess not that important. But yeah, this show was filmed in Georgia.
A lot of the main parts follow the book. I'm pretty sure the book is set in Georgia. I'm not sure.
Okay, that'd be interesting for a Stephen King.
I don't remember.
It made sense here because it was just filmed here, so they're like, we can just film it in But let's begin with the opening. So like I was totally in because Jason Bateman. Like,
dude, Jason Bateman's awesome.
He's an amazing actor. You know, I've loved him since I could remember, like, watching the Arrested Development. And he's great, like, in the Horrible Bosses movies. And Ozark just started a few years back, and he's really good in that. Can't wait for the next season to start at the end of the month.
Yeah.
But so when his name was attached to this, he was a producer, like he was a director, he was an actor. I was like, fucking bet, let's go. And Matt's like, oh yeah, dude, I like was reading this book, and the first episode, dude, it's really good.
Yeah. I mean, there was like within like the first chapter of this book, they talk about the murder of the kid and how he was, brutally raped with a fucking stick up his ass. And like we went back for like there's like a half second.
You
of
really
like a
have
frame.
to look out
for it. It's in the dark and it's in the very bottom right corner for a split second. But if you go back and if you look, you'll see the stick.
Like we paused on it and there was like a perfect like still of the stick. So like attention to detail for the hardcore fans that like knew what this murder was and how I assume graphic it was in the book. And dude, just Jason can play a freaking creep when it's like when he's walking out of that woods and he's all bloody and he's just all mangled.
I love that shot where like he kind of like is like half hidden behind like the van, and then like he sees the little chick and he like pops back out and he just stares at her, and you're like, whoa, woo, this is chilling.
And like so like I'm totally guessing, and I'm like I was thinking like an alien probably, or like werewolf was like too cheesy, but that was one of my guesses. But like this demonic presence that can control people and then slowly turn into somebody is really interesting. And so I was like, okay, so we're going more the supernatural route. And the fact, I'm kind of just like bouncing to the end now, but like how I watched two like explaining videos because I just wanted to like see what other people were thinking about the ending, because it's just totally wild.
Yeah.
The line that El Cuco says in the final episode where he's saying that he's sensed other beings, but he's never crossed paths of anybody. Remember that line?
Yeah.
People are saying like Pennywise could be like another.
Fuck.
Yeah. Or somebody say like another example of just like these entities.
There was a fucking movie that we recently saw, or something that was set in the Stephen King universe.
Dr. Sleep?
Yes. Yeah. And they mentioned something about kids in Derry going missing in Maine or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn it. This is fucking amazing.
See, like I think like, and so just getting too excited now. I just want to talk about like the ending, but like Holly isn't just in The Outsider. She's a character that's appeared in different books, but she's doing the same thing. She's like a private investigator, but she has like the same abilities and everything. I guess she's in like Mr. Mercedes or whatever. That's what somebody linked the connection there. So the line at the end where when she's talking to Ralph and she's like, an outsider knows an outsider.
Yeah.
The person that I watched the video for, he was saying this show wasn't really about El Cuco. It was about Holly, because Holly's the outsider. And this whole season was to learn who her character was. And now knowing she has this fond, like she loves to investigate this. Like she knows that there are these creatures out there. So now she's going to go out and try to find more of these.
Dude, honestly, I would, knowing that if Holly is deemed the outsider, I would totally be down for a second season. And they go into these other books and these other movies, like, It, and they like meet Pennywise, but like a different version, like the HBO version or something. Like I'd be cool with that. That'd be fucking cool.
Like, yeah, like if they just take pre-existing Stephen King books that maybe it will never be made into a movie, make it into a 10-episode season, and almost like an anthology series, but like some returning characters. So like maybe Holly is in every season, but every season takes place in a different location.
Yeah.
And that'd be pretty cool. But keep going off of this. I don't understand the significance of it, but the final scene where Matt and I got the fucking shit shot out of us when Jack appears in the mirror. When she's sitting on the bed, there are three things. We only noticed one of them. There are 3 things in that scene. And that was the cut, obviously.
Right.
Okay? But the cut doesn't appear when she's in the hallway with Ralph. Because there's a shot when they're going down the hallway and it's her right arm and you can clearly see there's no cut there.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like,
so that, I still don't understand that. I don't know if that's just like a figurative thing or if she did that on herself. But the song playing was Washington Square, which is a few episodes before like the season finale when Ralph is talking to her about the time her mom died, about the time his mom died, and he went downstairs to find a record to play Washington Square.
And she passed away.
Passed away while it was playing, but then like so many years later when his son was born, he heard that song again, and how like they were like saying it was more of like a supernatural thing, not like just like a coincidence, like everything was kind of played out.
Yeah.
That's the song that's playing on the radio when she's sitting in the bed. So obviously there's a connection there too. And then the last thing, which makes no freaking sense, when she's twirling her hair, it's playing in reverse.
Wait, she's twirling her hair in reverse?
No.
Oh, like the song is playing in reverse.
No, like the footage is in reverse. Like you can see how she turns her hair. It's not natural. Like it's clearly the film that they use, they put it in reverse. So she's reversing her hair backwards. I don't know. I mean, neither did the YouTuber. He kind of said it's up to for your interpretation, like what that's supposed to mean. But
damn, I need a second season.
I mean, at first I didn't know if I wanted a second season, but then when I watched those videos, I was like thinking what HBO could do, and the executive producer has said he has a second season if HBO wants it. So apparently there's more to tell. I don't know what Stephen King's stance is on this, but I assume it's pretty good.
We found out after we finished the last episode last night. We looked it up, and The Outsider was published late May of 2018, and then early 2020 the show finishes. So that's kind of crazy to have a book come out and then instantly be turned into a show. Like
they filmed it in Georgia last summer.
Yeah.
So it was literally out for like a year. And then 2 years later, like from the books published, there's already a show on it.
Not even really, because this was late May and we just finished early March.
Oh, yeah. So geez, not even 2 years.
The book is really good, so it doesn't surprise me. And like Under the Dome down here at the bottom has also been turned into a TV show. I haven't seen it.
Isn't Hank in that?
Yes, he is. He plays the sheriff.
Yeah. Breaking Bad. One thing I found curious, I was looking at the ratings for all the episodes. The highest ratings are the first 2 and episode 9, which is like the whole build up.
Yeah.
Take a guess at what the lowest rating is.
10?
Yeah. People hated the 10th episode, the season finale. I don't know why.
I don't either. I mean, when everybody started dying, I'm like, there was part of me that was like, oh no, I'm so sad. But I'm also like,
I think it was earned. It might have been a little redundant that Jack killed everybody. And then it was pretty stupid that Howie ran to...
When Howie went up to the car that Andy was in, I'm just like, dude, he's dead. Just leave him. You're going to get yourself into more trouble. You're a big
and he
old
fucking
dude.
burned to death.
Yeah.
So that was pretty stupid. Everything built up to that, though. Like freaking Alex getting shot.
Alex getting shot was just like, damn.
And that was like at the end of episode 9. And I was like, oh, like they went for it. And then...
Like he was like, I could understand him. He just like, there was no service. He was like... And like, what was it? Sablo that said like, like what did the commanders tell the soldiers at D-Day, advance or die? So Andy was just like, you could see it in his face, and like he was thinking about like, fuck, I'm gonna have to be the one to like go get help.
Yeah, like out of anybody, Andy was the one that like couldn't hold a gun. He didn't really know how to shoot.
Well, no, he was a detective, so he could have.
Oh, he could have. Okay. Yeah. Well, regardless, I bought his death. I thought
dude, Alec Pelly, the dude with the mustache getting his head blown off. Yeah, that was just like, fuck.
I was thinking, I think Howie's death was kind of ridiculous, but then like Jack dying, obviously Jack had to die.
Jack killed himself, so he just kind of like, I'm done with this torture. Like, no. Plus he got bit by a rattlesnake, so
Yeah.
Kill yourself, rattlesnake, either way.
Either way. But like I don't know why people. I don't know. You needed something like that because the show kept building up and like episode like 6 or 5 or something. Matt and I were like, dude, somebody's gotta die. Something's gotta happen. And by the end of the episode, it was still good, but like nothing like happened.
Yeah. I feel like there needed to be something in like really big that had happened in that 5th or 6th episode to kind of bridge the gap into the next few episodes.
But it was more like the 7th episode was that bridging the gap when El Cuco got kind of restless and trying to go for that kid. And,
yeah.
The one thing I will say, I am sad we never got to really get a good look at El Cuco in the hood. Like when his face was totally distraught. Because I could have seen some really cool like prosthetic makeup look. And I would have liked to hear more of his like demonic voice.
I would have liked to see like his true form too.
Right, yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen when he started shape-shifting at the very end before he smashed the rock. Yeah. Now, here's my thing. Do you think he's really dead?
It's hard to say because we don't know what he is really, and we don't, like they even said like we don't know if bullets will kill him or anything. So he got his head smashed open.
Like I was thinking, like you need to cut that guy's head off or something. Like
I mean, like his head, like Ralph basically took a giant rock to the dude's head and like it exploded.
But he's like, I don't know. I guess because he's like an entity, kind of.
Yeah.
Right? Like, do you think like he just like his? What if like his body just kind of like his spirit went into like Holly or something? Like could that happen?
I guess if HBO wants to do a 2nd season, then I guess we'll see. But
yeah, I don't know. Also, they did have like when they were when it was done, there was that shot where it kind of was holding and zooming onto his hoodie there. Remember that shot? Yeah. I don't know why they had that, but yeah, like overall, I think it was a really good season. I really enjoyed it. The suspense was there. The acting is like phenomenal. Like Ben Mendelsohn, we make fun of his fucking.
But he's a great actor. I mean, goddamn.
But like literally, he said. What did he say? Like,
oh my god,
see it? Yeah, he said he yells, "See it," but it literally it sounded like shit. Like if we didn't have subtitles on, I would have thought he yelled shit. See it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Howie the lawyer is really good. Jason Bateman for the 2 episodes he is really good. His wife's really good. Yeah, it's hard because like. What's the most irritating thing about Ben Mendelsohn's character, Ralph Anderson, is that in the middle of the show, when we introduce El Cuco, when like Holly is like does her whole big spiel, and like Ralph's like, yeah, I'm a facts guy. I do the facts and that, and I'm just like, dude, like we know you're gonna have a turnaround, and so like I can't be mad because that's who his character is, but it's just one of those things where. We know there's something that the character doesn't, especially in a show, because that could go on for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Like,
but then even his wife was just like, "Oh my god, I woke up to get a drink of water."
Yes.
And the thing was sitting in the chair. First of all, that scene was fucking bonkers. That was intense.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "No, I don't believe you."
Yeah.
But like, dude, she dropped a glass. She cut her foot. She sat in the chair next to this thing. She got touched. No, she didn't get touched by it.
She didn't get touched by it. But they took the black light, and you could see.
Yeah, it took Holly coming over to like use that like black light thing.
And when she got so pissed at him,
yeah, she's like, "Motherfucker, what did I tell you?" And he's like,
"Isn't that the facts?" But like that was like the middle of the show, and like that's where I was getting really like irritable. And then I liked how the final like scene where him and his wife are visiting their son, and then there's the shot of
Frankie Peterson's tombstone.
Yeah, kind of like a full circle kind of thing, like where it all began, realizing. Oh, another thing I want to bring up. Remember when we were so irritated about Holly saying "Who's Terry"?
Yeah. Well, did you find out what the fuck that is?
It was more of his assumption to show. The guy said. The reason why Holly says that is to show how invested she is more in El Cuco than trying to get justice for Terry.
So she kind of just, in her pursuit of El Cuco, she kind of forgot who Terry was.
She kind of forgot what she was hired to do, which was to clear Terry's name, because she just delves so in deep into trying to believe this creature and who he is. And so I bought it. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was fucking pissed when she first said it. I was like, how could you forget fucking Jason Bateman? Like, and it's nice that, like, you know, his name got clean.
Yeah.
Dude, that I'm saying, like, if you just want to watch like the first 2 episodes, and then you should keep watching it, but like the first 2 episodes are just nonstop, like, when freaking Ralph's like, I'm gonna fucking arrest this guy in front of everybody, make a show of it.
Yeah.
And
then when, like, there was the interaction between Jason Bateman's character and Ben Mendelsohn's character, when Ben was like, did you touch my son? And he's like,
dude, that was like an amazing monologue.
He's just like, yeah, I hope I did. Not physically, but I hope that I, like, you know, reached down and touched him emotionally and spiritually, and, you know, kind of brought him up as, like, you know, like an athlete, like as a player. And so, like, yeah, I do hope that I touched him. And I was just like, damn, I love you, Jason Bateman.
Good. I'm excited for Ozark.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. The mystery is really fun, trying to figure out, like, you know, how does El Cuco do all of this? What does the scratch do? What does the mark on the neck mean? All that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I recommend it. It's only 10 episodes. They're all about an hour long.
We didn't even talk about the like, going back to, like, you know, how suspenseful and thrilling the show is. There's the scene in the barn. Jack goes back out there to investigate,
when he gets...
And that's when he gets, you know, turned over. But, like, you know, he's just walking, and all of a sudden he looks up in a doorway, and, like, there's just, like, a figure there. And he's like, ah, shit! And, like, the dude disappears, and all of a sudden he gets poisoned, and then the fucking scene where his mom comes and just beats the fuck out of him.
That was creepy.
God damn, that was intense.
Yeah, it was. And then, like, seeing it without his mom there, and he was just getting beat up by this force. Like,
I think that might have been, like, one of my favorite episodes of the middle arc was when they kind of finally realized what Jack is doing, and, like, you know, he kidnaps Holly.
And they're going on that chase, and she goes into the bathroom, all that stuff.
Dude, yeah, I forgot about that. Like, that whole
that's
episode.
probably the good middle ground episode.
Yeah. That was episode 7, right?
No, that might have been 6.
Okay, then 6 was really good. So yeah, I mean, if you guys, you know,
episode 3, Holly's introduction.
That was kind of slow.
Is probably my least favorite episode.
Yeah.
And I would say episodes 3 to 5 are probably the slow ones. And then, because I think episode 5 is when she does her big speech to everybody, and Jason Bateman's wife blows up on her. So that was a good scene, but kind of a boring episode. So I'm pretty sure episode 6 is when she and Jack drive off. But regardless, it's a good show. I enjoyed
Absolutely.
it. So
I mean, Stephen King is always an amazing storyteller. So it's nice to see his movies are always good, but it's nice to see him and his stories on a TV show. I think that his books are better suited for TVs.
Especially for how long they are.
Yeah.
How many characters there are, how detailed the characters are. And every character has a backstory, you know, and you learn it. And, like, Claude, we didn't really learn his backstory till, like, episode 9, like, with his whole family that gets trapped under the rocks. And
yeah.
That was a cool little, like, side story in episode 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, overall, really good show. I think next on our radar for newer releases is Ozark.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll start that. But My Hero only has 3 episodes left, so we'll have a review for that.
Caleb will be back Monday, hopefully. If he doesn't get fucking trapped in Illinois.
But yeah, so we'll be doing that. Movie-wise, I really don't know what we're going to do. Probably just watch some old movies, talk about them.
Along with news and TV shows and podcasts and stuff.
Yeah. Even like the podcast, I don't really know. Just because there's really like no movie news because like all productions have like Batman just shut down.
Seriously?
Yeah, they just shut down for 2 weeks.
Well, at least it's only 2 weeks. So at least they're like.
But like all of Disney's productions are shut down. Like they just started that Shang-Li movie. Like they just started filming, they shut it down already because apparently the director might have the virus. So. There's a lot of shit going down, guys. But regardless, we just hit 1,000, so thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
If you made it to the end of the episode, just subscribe, join the evolution, guys.
Yeah. Also, just because this whole coronavirus is shutting everything down, we are not stopping. We are going full ahead, full force. So if you're stuck at home, just scroll through.
Yeah, download our podcast, LCR, listen to it, watch some of our old videos. We got a new short film, Getaway. Go check it out. We've been getting some love on that. And games. Doom's coming out, so we'll probably have a review for that. Are you guys ever going to do your Pokemon review?
Honestly, at this point, probably not. Well, actually, we might as well just wait for the end of the year when the DLCs come out, because we'll probably jump on those.
And then do like just a game
full
overall. Yeah. But anyways, any other thing you want to say about this show?
It was really good. I'm really happy we started watching it. It was very nice to just, kind of sit down, and I feel like in a day like today, during like a time like this, not like with the virus or anything, but just everything's on a streaming service, so you're always going back to old shows and blah blah blah, like The Office, King of the Hill, Parks and Rec, whatever. It's hard to find a good show that comes out and you're just like, fuck, this is really good. So The Outsider is one of those shows. I would highly recommend it.
Like, it was nice we got The Watchmen.
Yeah.
But now that that's like a limited series, hopefully this will continue so we can build this world, build Holly's character, and like if Ralph, like Ben Mendelsohn, gets to come back, that'd be cool too, because he's a believer now. He believes in the supernatural, so it was awesome to see his character come full circle. But yeah, Ozark, baby, I'm excited. Bring it on. Then we can just watch that in like 2 days. So
yeah,
hell yeah. And especially if my school turns out online, I'll just be here all day. So. Anyways, guys, I think that will wrap it up here. So this has been Andrew.
And this has been Matthew.
Peace.
We love you.